A hippo getting a break from curious eyes now that the pandemic has stopped most tourists from coming here. He's being tracked along with 1,000 other species. Officials watching closely for an irreversible decline in numbers. It's Kenya's most ambitious conservation effort.
We didn't get the tourists to help us to contribute to conservation. We lost a lot of livelihoods because there are no tourism, the parks are closed, and we could not help the communities around this area.
So Kenya lost 80% of your tourism revenues because of the pandemic.
Yes.
How long will it take to recover?
The projection is that until 2024. So we need to rethink and remodel our way of doing things so that we can survive till tourism rebounds.
To do that, they're using aircraft, GPS trackers, camera traps, and a whole lot of manpower to know exactly how many are left.
I feel that I'm really empowered, and I feel that yes, I'm contributing to the conservation and getting out data that can be used to inform decisions on conservation matters. Elephants, 126, right.
5 hours a day, 7 days a week, researchers are in the air combing through every inch of the country's rolling landscapes.
We are just kilometers away from the Kenya-Tanzania border. We're about 350 feet above ground. This is a good patrol height, they say, to be able to count, observe, and record any animals that they see.
The census will track the consequences of climate change, poaching, and human-wildlife conflict. Back on the ground, there's a growing power struggle with the Maasai people who gave up land for some of Kenya's most famous parks. Their livelihoods depend on their cows.
So during COVID-19, when tourism completely dropped, the income for the villages has disappeared.
Has disappeared, sure.
And what are people doing now?
They used to make some bracelets, necklaces, but no any income. If, for example, our women have a small need, we have to sell one cow to buy for them the food.
15, 16, 17, 18.
The team here suspects erratic weather is affecting animal routines.
We have seen wildlife going into places they have not been in 50 years. We have seen a lot of changes resulting from mainly climate change. Like, for example, within the Amboseli, we never used to have permanent lakes, and it's something that we are investigating as scientists. But it's also now lessened the habitat available for herbivores.
This wildlife census will cover all of Kenya's 58 national parks and reserves, on land and on water. The results will provide the largest ever source of data for Kenya's conservation and tourism.
The government says it will help protect the millions who depend on this for their survival.
The pandemic has been devastating for Kenyan tourism. It contributes about a tenth of all the jobs in the economy and about a similar amount to the GDP, and that just completely wiped out almost. And in fact, one of the initiatives that the tourism minister suggested was privatizing the management of national parks and reserves. That led to a huge amount of outrage in the country, and he had to walk that back. But there are a lot of people who are hoping this census will help make better decisions for how to revive this critical part of the Kenyan economy, Robin.
Thank you. Great report there, Larry Madoa. Thank you.